What's going down, people? How you doing? TK Pryor coming at you in your face. For those people who think I go too hard, today I just want to talk to my military people because I have a military background. As I explained in one of my posts on Facebook, I have 2 tours in Iraq, 11 years in service, and I still serve because I'm in a support role for the military, even in my civilian job. So most of us in the military have to fall in. You have to fall in line because that's what the military teaches you. They make the repercussions, it's a reward and punishment system where they make the repercussions so severe that if you don't fall in line, your life is hell. You know what I mean? You have to go through a lot of drama. You know, they take your time, they take your money, and why live like that, right? So most people want to succeed. They want to have a better lifestyle. They want to have a better quality of life. So they fall in line with the military rules and regulations and try to excel within the narrow lane that we're all given. So for those people who've never served in the military, that's an inside past experience look. So most people typically stay in the military for 20 years. They have, a paycheck. But the thing is, when you retire from the military after 20 years, you're going to make 50% of what you did make on active duty. So most retirees from the military still have to get a job because, 50% of what you used to make isn't going to sustain your lifestyle. So you transition into the civilian life and you try to find a company where you can get an income. So what I want to do, because I didn't stay in the military for 20 years, everybody mostly has the mentality of wait for that check. 90% of the people in the military are waiting for that check. And I didn't, because I was in the thought process of I want to create my own check. I want to pave my own road. So I want to challenge your mindset, and I want to have the audacity to say, why not make your money work for you for 20 years? Why not employ your money to the point where it retires you in less than 20 years so that you don't have to have a job? Instead of working for money, why not make money work for you? Well, that's what the super rich do, and that's how they stay rich. Rich people don't work for money. They make money work for them. Most rich people never had a job and probably never will have a job. But for some reason, poor people only look at money and equate it to job. When you can make your money get a job for 20 years and retire you. Now, I know that's a completely separate mentality, and who am I to suggest that you employ your income? Most people are comfortable with being a 20-year slave and get upset. How dare you challenge me not to have a job? How dare you suggest that my income get a job? Okay, so let's look at the physical process, because that's what I actually try to impart on people, and they actually fight me on that too. So the physical process of making your money get a job requires you to spend money on things that make money. Requires you to have a chase assets, not chase paper mentality. It requires you to actually want to be asset focused instead of wanting your handout for a welfare check. Because the problem with the government handout is that the government doesn't have your best interest in mind. The person that's handing out the carrot string always has their interest in mind. So make your own way. Bootstrap your own success. Create your own road. How dare I say that? When it's so much easier to hold your hand out, expect a welfare check. Oh, I deserve my welfare check. I earned my handout. Make your own way. Pave your own solutions. Well, it's easy to say that. Okay, so I'm giving you practical solutions to allow you to accomplish that. It solely involves you being asset focused and you spending money on things that make money. If you take the income that you have and create spendable income that you can allocate towards an investment, it will be a bill that pays you back. That's how you have to look at assets. It's a bill that's going to pay you back. You pay the light bill, you pay the rent. You pay everything except for yourself. And you will argue with paying yourself first. Treat assets like a bill. Pay yourself first with any spendable income that you have. Utilize compounding and watch the magic that it creates when it comes to investments. My personal strategy is to position myself in what's next, not what's now. Because when you position yourself ahead of technology and you get in front of that curve, there's no room to complain about why things are changing, or I don't understand, or that's all the other excuses people use. That's bullshit. That's I've heard so many excuses, it's hard to recall them all right now. But you don't have time for that when you position yourself in the movement of money. That's the difference. You want to get ahead of the power curve and position yourself within the wealth transfer. When you get ahead of the power curve, money moves quickly towards you instead of money moving quickly away from you. So that's what you want to accomplish in your life. That's the kind of mindset that you want to have. You want to utilize creativity and ingenuity. You want to have your spendable income become bills that you pay first. So if you are slave to bills, then put assets on the top of your bill list and pay those jokers first. And position yourself in niche markets that are ahead of the freaking power curve and that are part of the economic transition that's taking place within the monetary system. Because the monetary system is evolving. It has changed. And talking about why you haven't or you can't will not save you. What you need to do is position yourself aggressively in front of what's next. The historical entrepreneurs who have made a lot of success were able to position themselves ahead of what's next. They were on the cutting edge of what people wanted and was able to see the convenience and how this would aid them. That's why I try to show you guys that money is a tool that can aid you to open doors. So you want to add more keys to your key ring so that when you come to a certain door, you can open it and reap the benefits. So it's very important that you open your mind. And that's the biggest problem and the biggest challenge that I do in these videos is I try to open your mind to the possibility of abundance, to the possibility of change. And then I try to give you implementation strategies that are duplicatable so that you can use, implement, change, and then reap the benefits. It's like somebody giving you a wrench and you looking at it like, why the hell are you giving me a wrench? And then all of a sudden you get to a nut and you realize you still have it. You freaking use the wrench, turn the nut, and open the lock. And that's the interconnect that actually takes place within our world. Everything is not segmented the way they teach you in school. Nature interplays and interlaces, and everything is connected to everything else. Your inability to have circular thinking and see above your brainwashing doesn't mean that that's the way nature operates.